Thanks for tuning in, guys. It's the Pest and Lawn Ginja, and this is my lawn. Well, here we are, guys, nearing the end of the season. You know the lawn's gonna go dormant as soon as you start seeing those leaves starting to drop. So today, my primary focus is gonna be leaf control, making sure that it doesn't get on there. Now, it's really important to get these leaves off because they are mulch, just like we've been talking about the whole season, and they're the type of mulch that is going to form a weed barrier. So if I leave these on here, it's going to cause more headache in the springtime than if I spend the time right now to take them all off. And you can see Mother Nature is a good indication on what's going on, and the leaves are dropping, they're falling. I've got a couple of trees over here where the leaves have fallen completely off, but it's a good indication that the ground temperatures are really coming down. Let's go see what the ground temperatures are. The point of the thermometer is get about 3 inches under, see what the soil temperature is actually doing. Now, we've seen a significant decrease in temperature at night, and you can also see a significant decrease in soil temperature. We're almost below 40, and that's about the cutoff line where I want to be to do my winterizer treatment. So I'm going to hold off another week on it. Now, to get the leaves off of my lawn, I'm going to take the lazy man's approach. I'm going to use the lawnmower. Now, there's a couple of benefits to this. Number one, it's going to chop up those leaves. You can actually use those leaves for garden areas or decorative areas if you don't mind the look, and it's going to help provide a nice natural weed barrier. Well, here we are, November 10th, and I would say my fall fertilizer blend did really, really good. Now, we know the ground temperatures are 42 degrees, and they're kind of dropping at this point. Topically, I'm not going to get a lot more growth out of what I'm seeing now, so I've started my stepping down process on the lawn. Now, by that, what I mean is I was mowing at 3.5 inches consistently throughout the whole summer. Now, I have since dropped down to about 2.5 inches. Now, the reason why I don't just do a short mow from 3.5 inches down to 2 inches is because our temperatures don't go from 50 degrees below 40 permanently, and if I mow too short, it's gonna scalp, and then I lose all my nice color, and then it'll start affecting some of the root growth. Now, my region is notorious for heating back up as well. So one way or another, what ends up happening is the ground temperatures will be at about 42 degrees, and then the daytime temperatures will get random days of 60 degrees. And then if the lawn is already stressed, it's going to not grow properly throughout the winter time. Now, as far as tools go, the best tool that I recommend is finding help around the house and getting these little kids outside and get them going. Now, if you don't have any little kids, there's plenty around the neighborhood that are looking for money, and a nice little tool rental is the way to go. I've finally got a backpack blower, and that's kind of the next step in my cleanup today. I'm going to blow the leaves. Now, I ended up settling with the Redmax 7500. Now, a lot of you guys might wonder why I settled with this particular blower. There were two reasons. Number one, I'm cheap. It came up on my local yard sale site, or Craigslist, if you will. And it was only 175 bucks. It was a steal of a deal. Also, I held off until I could find a backpack blower that had the highest volume of air output that I was possibly going to get for my money. Now, this Redmax is going to push out through the pipe about 768 CFMs, but I'm also going to get an output of about 236 miles per hour. Now, the CFMs are more important for me because of the volume. I wanted to make sure that no matter what I was pushing, if it was the wet leaves, it was going to come off the ground. No questions asked. I didn't have to buy it. The other nice thing about this particular backpack blower, it only weighs 23 pounds, so a person my size, it's not too heavy, gets on the back really easily, and so far I've been pretty happy with it. I mean, if you look here, I am pushing leaves. I can push rocks, I can push gravel, and it goes at a really low volume or a very high volume, just at the flick of the wrist. Now it's really important, if you guys have a place to put the leaves, definitely put them back out on your property. They make for a really good mulch. Now, one thing I'm going to pay very close attention to are these window wells. Now, I have since blown the leaves out of these 2 window wells and they're looking pretty good. The reason why I want to get all this debris out is because spiders and bugs, and specifically earwigs, will make a nice home of these wells. And if you provide them the coverage, they will take advantage of it. And that's why it's very important to get rid of these leaves. Now, it's going to be a heck of a lot easier for me to remove these leaves now than it will be to wait, because once they get wet, they start matting down. It makes it very difficult to remove. Well guys, you can see it's beautiful fall weather. That about wraps it up. If you guys have any questions or concerns, hit me up in the comments. Love to hear from you guys. Until the next time guys, it's the Pest and Lawn Ginja.